Let's build a website. We're going to head on over to our navigation, and under the My Marketing tab, we're going to click My Web for websites. Here you can see you will likely have your digital business card, which comes with everyone's account, but we want to go up and hit Add New. And what we're going to do here is it's going to select a product or a business that we've already created under My Business Profiles. And so I have my Roaring Real Estate business here. So the first thing we need to do is name our website. So we're going to also call this Roaring Real Estate. Now the tone, we're going to go over here and we can select how we'd like it to sound. For this, we're going to want to be professional. And then over here is the URL. This is what you want the name of your website to be. And over here you have the URL. So you can type any word here and it will show up at .levweb.ai. So this will become the URL, the address of your website. And remember, all you need to do is type this in and select and find a URL which isn't taken, and then you'll be able to have your website published on this URL. Now here we have the website type. This is going to be a website. And then here we're going to hit build my website, right? You can also build it yourself, but I want to show you how easy it is to build a website in just one click. And it was that fast. I didn't make any cuts to this video, and already you can see it's been able to create an incredible website ready for me to go in and edit. You see it's already created sections of the header. It has an image which we can change. It has our text here and some images as well. It has a section that we can add some details to, some testimonials that we can add our content into, contact us, services, and meet the team. All of this already done for us. So now let's make a few changes. Now, of course, we're going to want to make sure to add our logo. So all we do is click on here and you can see it's already popped up the logo. So here we're going to open up, we're going to hit upload image, and we're going to go and select the logo for my company. So here I've selected my logo and I can hit save changes and it's inserted my logo. And if I don't like it, then I can just remove it. Or I can add another picture. So let's take a look at this picture here. All we have to do is click on it and we'll see maybe we want to change the background image. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Style tab and we see it says style is an image, right? It could also be a video. If we change it to video, then we can add a video link, but let's say it's an image. And so over here, we can go and we can hit change image and we can select a different image. And so this opens up our image editor. So we can go and we can search for images here and find an image that we like, or we can go ahead and we can upload to My Images. And we just hit select and add. And now it's changed it to an image which matches my brand. So it's saying you have unsaved changes. So you have to hit OK. Now, all of these fields are actually editable. And one of my favorite features is that if you're not sure what to write here, look, we have our friendly LEV AI helper here that you can click on this AI feature. It can actually help you create the content that you want to write there. So here I gave it a prompt, and then if I want to add it to my page, all I have to do is click this and it adds it to my page. Now, this may not look exactly the way that I want it to, so I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go over to the style. So over here is where we have our alignment. So if we want it to be left justified or center. And we also have here the heading and the style and the size. So here we want to take the size way down. There we go. So you can see you can go through and you can edit every little section that you would like. You can see here it says Premier Real Estate. We can also just delete some of this content so it's a little bit shorter and hit OK. Now you can see all of these sections, you can just select them. And let's say you don't want this, you can delete it. And then you can hit delete. Or if you want to change the way that it looks, you can click on this section. You can change out your image in the content section. You can also, again, change the alignment, all of the details here, the image size. So if you select on a section here, you can go over to the settings or the style. I want to take a look at the settings, and you'll see this little section here that matches the section here, which is showing you what is it going to look like on desktop or mobile. So you can go back and forth and you can see how your edits will appear on both desktop or mobile. One of the other things that you can do is change the width between the sections. So you see just by using this slider, it's changing the way that this text and this image are related and creating a wider separation here. We also can change the column setup. So if we want it to be an even column setup, we can select this. If you want it to be the image larger on the left and the text on the right, you can go and you can look at all these different options. So let's say we like this, we're going to hit OK. Now, I want to show you how to add a video. So you remember as we were editing this image here, when we went over to style, there was this drop down that said video. Well, let's say you want to add a new section and you're going to just take this video feature and you can drag it into your design. And you can see it's already telling us the section will be here. So we can go ahead and add it there. And then you'll say, okay, where's my video? Well, we have to add it. So over here, you can see we have our heading, subhead, and link. So if we want to write a heading, we can say, watch this video. And then let's say we still needed help with that, or we wanted to change the text, we could always enter into our AI helper and we could ask it a question and then hit insert by the check symbol. Now let's add a link here to my YouTube video that I want people to watch. So you can see I've gone and I've pasted my YouTube link and it's already previewing here. We can add our description if we would like, and you can see that it's added text down here. So we can hit OK. Let's say you want to move this section up. All you have to do is grab the section, click on the section, and you can use the arrow up button or the arrow down button, which allows us to rearrange everything on the website. So we could even put this all the way up at the top. And then as soon as we hit publish and exit, it's going to publish this page so that we can go back and edit it whenever we want. But all of the content is here in the way that we like it. So you're going to spend your time going in and changing all of the text, getting everything to look like the exact way that you want it. So let's look at some of the other features that you can add. You could click and drag a map. All you have to do is take the sections like I shared before, or the About Me, and you just drag it onto your page. Now here you're going to add all the information that you want to add. You don't have to add everything. You could add a short bio. I'm going to have my AI help me with writing my bio. I'm going to hit insert. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to delete any of the stuff that I didn't want to have and edit it here. And it's telling me that there's some symbols here and that it's a little bit too long. So there we go. We have my bio, and then we can have an address. We can add our email, our website. You don't have to add all this info, but we're going to hit OK. And then you also have these additional areas where you can make more customization. If you want to add a code snippet of custom code, you can add the code snippet. If you want to add a list builder with some bullet points, you can add some bullet points here. Now, one cool feature you could say is, let's say you're going to be creating a lot of different test pages with testimonials in future websites. You can go ahead and you can actually save a section. So let's select this section. And then you can go over here and you can hit add to save selections so that you can have it when you build other websites too, or if you add other pages to the site. So over here in the top, if we click the home, we can see all of our initial info that we added. We can also add a new page, about, and then we can go up and we'll see that our about page has been added. And if we hit edit, now we can go ahead and we can make any edits to that page. All you have to do is hit the little pencil button So we can keep adding pages here. We can also delete them. And here's where you can add keywords for your target audience. Let's go over to the settings icon. And again, that's where we added our logo, but we also have other things like social media links. We have our website background if we want to change the color. You can change the heading style and the fonts. And same thing with the subheading, the paragraph. And again, you can add this new custom code. If you want to add any custom code like a Facebook pixel or details that you're a little bit more advanced, you can add custom code here. Now, all we have to do is hit publish and exit. And our business is here. Now you see, why is this image not showing up as the header image? Well, that's because we didn't set it as the social sharing. So if we want to go in and we want to edit it again, we just go over to this edit section. We're going to make sure that we're on the home section. If we go into the website settings, we have this section that says social share. And this is where we can add a social sharing image so that when you send someone the link to your website, that would be the first image that pops out. And you also have this thing called a favicon, which is the tiny little icon that shows up next to your website. These are a little bit more advanced features, but let's change it so you can see. We're going to open up My Images. We're going to select the image that we want. We're going to hit Add, and then we're going to hit Publish and Exit. And you can see it's added my image here. And now your website is published on the URL that you set. Remember, you can go back in and edit it at any time you like. Happy building!